Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we are going to discuss about Jupyter Notebooks. The Jupyter Notebook is an open source web application that allows you to create and share documents that contain live code, equations, visualization and narrative texts. It has basically four types, namely notebook document, Jupyter Notebook app, kernel, and notebook dashboard. So let's discuss. First part is notebook document. Notebook documents are documents produced by Jupyter Notebook app which contain both computer code and rich text elements. Notebook documents are both human readable documents containing the analysis description and the results, as well as executable documents which can be run to perform data analysis. Second, Jupyter Notebook app. The Jupyter Notebook app is a server client application that allows editing and running notebook documents via a web browser. The notebook app can be executed on a local desktop requiring no internet access, or can be installed on a remote server and accessed through the internet. In addition to displaying, editing, running notebook documents, the Jupyter Notebook app has dashboard showing local files and allowing to open notebook documents or shutting down their kernels. Third part is kernel. A notebook kernel is a computational engine that executes the code contained in a notebook document. The IPython kernel referenced as in this guide executes Python code. Kernels for many other languages exists. When you open a notebook document, the associated kernel is automatically launched when the notebook is executed. The kernel performs computation and produces the results. Depending on the type of computation, the kernel may consume significant CPU and RAM. Note that the RAM is not released until the kernel is shut down. The fourth part is notebook dashboard. The notebook dashboard is the component which is shown first when you launch Jupyter Notebook app. The notebook dashboard is mainly used to open notebook documents and to manage the running kernels. The notebook dashboard has other features similar to file manager, namely navigating folders and renaming deleting files. To understand it better, let's see a video.
Welcome! In this video, we'll introduce you to Jupyter Notebooks. Jupyter Notebooks are like documents where you can execute chunks of programming code, one chunk at a time. You can do everything from creating interactive maps to creating interesting data visualizations and even embedding videos. Jupyter Notebooks are open source and was designed for interactive data science and scientific computing. Data scientists use Jupyter Notebooks because in data science, you are often exploring your data or building models, and needing to see the outputs of parts of your code quite frequently, which Jupyter Notebooks enables. Jupyter Notebooks were also designed to be shared with others. You can tell stories in Jupyter Notebooks with your data by combining your code with explanatory text, output from your code, images, and videos.
Okay, so the next topic is getting started with Jupyter notebooks. Now let's discuss what actually is Jupyter Lab environment that allows you to easily edit and organize Jupyter notebooks. Here Jupyter Notebook and Jupyter Lab has different meaning. When I will talk about Jupyter Notebook, I am referring to the actual whole file. When I am talking about Jupyter Lab, then that is environment that organizes the various Jupyter notebooks and allows me to run them. When you open up Jupyter Lab for the first time, you will find a directory where you can keep track of all of your files in a larger screen. This launcher can create new Jupyter notebooks currently available in Python 3, Scala or R. Other options for more immediate users to explore like coding directly in console, using terminal or writing new code in your text editor. Now let's again see a video to discuss or to understand it better.
Welcome. In this video, we'll dive into Jupyter Notebooks on Data Scientist Workbench. To open a Jupyter Notebook from the Data Scientist Workbench workspace, simply click Jupyter Notebooks. You can create new, empty notebooks by clicking on the blue button in the top right corner and select which language you want to use in your notebook. You can then rename your notebook or share your notebook. Notebooks are made up of cells. Cells can contain code or contain text and HTML. Code cells look special because they're gray. You can run a code cell by clicking within the gray area and pressing the play button. In this example, we've successfully imported the pandas library as no error message appeared. You can also create new code cells. To create a new empty code cell in your notebook, click on an existing cell. Then in the menu, click on Insert, then insert a cell above or below where you click. Then you can type in something like 1 plus 1. Press play and see the resulting output. Of course, you can also create graphs and show your plots throughout your notebook. You can see that this notebook uses Python 2 because it says Python 2 here. But you can also use R or Scala or Python 3. To change the interpreter language, you can go to Kernel, change Kernel, and then change it to R, for example. For now, I'll change it back to Python. Aside from code cells, there's also a special type of cell where you can write stylized text or even embed HTML. These text cells are called markdown cells, and they're meant to help you document your code and make your notebook more organized. They're called Markdown because that's the name of the syntax used to stylize the text. To create a Markdown cell, click on an existing code cell, go to Cell, Cell Type, Markdown. This converts it into a Markdown cell that you can edit. When you're done, hit play to finalize it. You can double-click the cell to edit as needed. Jupyter Notebooks automatically save every 2 minutes, but you can manually save by going to File, Save and Checkpoint. If you click on the arrow to the left of your notebook name, you can see a number of options, including Rename, Clone, and Download, where you download as a notebook. You also have the option to delete and submit to Spark Cluster. If you submit to Spark Cluster, it will show you how to submit to a local Spark cluster. You can also add tags to your notebooks and create categories for them. And of course, you can stop your notebooks. However, please remember that when you stop a notebook, Data Scientist Workbench closes it, and you lose any saved variables. So if you open it again by clicking on its name, you'll have to run your code again. It's good practice to stop notebooks that you know you won't be using for a while. Always keep in mind that any active notebooks will continually hog memory on your account, which is hosted in the cloud. So this may make your other notebooks run a bit more slowly. On the Jupyter page, you can also see a list of tutorials in the main area, a sidebar to the right showing your recent notebooks, and your recent data. In this main area, clicking on any of these tutorials will open up a notebook that has been prepared for you. For example, tutorial number 1, Get Data, available here in Python. As you click on it, you'll see the tutorial also appears under your recent notebooks on the right-hand side. So go ahead and create Jupyter Notebooks and read through the tutorials to learn all that you can do with Jupyter Notebooks. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so I'm thinking that you understood what Jupyter Notebooks are. So the only thing that is left for you is to go to cognitiveclasses.ai and complete your course. Thank you for watching.